Hey, what's going on, guys? Superman here, and I'm bringing you guys this video here today, not really to talk about the gameplay, but to talk about some plans for my upcoming 10k week. I think that's a huge step for me, going from like 4-digit subscribers to 5, and the only thing higher than that is, I mean, not the only thing, but the next step is 6 digits would be 100,000, and that would be so freaking amazing. But I'm still a long ways away. I really doubt that I'll ever get to 6 digits, but
Alright, what is going on, everyone? It is Super here, and welcome to another video. And today's gonna be a really special one because of that right there. Yeah, then they mentioned that the next plaque that you will get will be at 1 million subscribers. Probably won't happen in this lifetime, maybe in the next one, who knows? We'll have to see. And now for the big reveal. Oh yeah! Alright, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? And wow, 1 million subscribers. 1 followed by 6 zeros. I can't believe it. As you guys saw from that first clip, the second clip, I never even thought I would hit 600,000 or 6 digits, let alone 7 digits with the 1 million. Absolutely insane. I really don't even know what to say at this point. All I know is that, back when I had a bald head, I used to get confused as a cholo back here walking around the streets of LA. Somebody would be like, "Hey homie, where you from, man?" "I'm from Honduras." "What, you trying to be a smartass?" "I said, where you from?" "Oh, I'm sorry, man, I'm not in any gang." And I would walk away. 15-year-old super, 16-year-old super, happened all the time. So growing up here, I always loved fighting games. I always loved video games. I told you guys a story about my friends and I going to the arcades, going to the liquor store, playing versus drunk dudes who were this close to punching us in the face because we beat them at King of Fighters 98. From that to starting off here on YouTube and reaching 1 million subscribers in 11 years, absolutely insane. So before anything, I just want to say I want to dedicate this video to Princess. You guys know my dog. She passed away November 28th of last year, and it's been really hard, man. It's been really hard. I've struggled a lot because she was literally by my side 24/7 from 2010, because that's when I decided to focus on trying to do YouTube for full time, and we never left her alone because she had epilepsy and she had some medical problems. And so she was with me almost 24/7. And one of my favorite things about recording was actually finishing and going to lay down next to her and play around with her, rub her belly, make her a little angry so she could look like turn her face into a bat. But she would never, she was always the sweetest dog. She always loved attention. Any stranger, she would go up to them and let them pet her. She was a special dog, and I miss her so much. It's been, like I said, it's been difficult, but you could only learn to live with it and remember the good times. So Princess, this for you. What else? My Mob Psycho shirt. You guys can't see because of the lighting. The first thank you that I want to give out is the most obvious one, because I literally would not be doing this video if it wasn't for every single one of you who are watching this video right now, subscribing to the channel, watching the channel. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So this is not my accomplishment, it's our accomplishment. If you just watch even a minute of my videos, you're part of this. And if it wasn't for you guys showing up every day, nobody would care that I have just a slight addiction to brutalities in Mortal Kombat. Nobody would care that I complain about people playing for McDonald's, using up the Wi-Fi. Let the other people use it. Come on, man. Let people browse on Instagram. Stop trying to ruin my matches playing in McDonald's. Nobody would care that I would complain about the MK11 finishing screen messing up the perfect ending to one of my brutality combos. Nobody would care, but because you guys watch, people care. So thank you so much. This is our accomplishment. Wouldn't be here without you guys. I love you all. So, of course, I want to talk about the most important people in my life. Let's start off with the smallest one, Cookie the dog. Cookie's a funny dog, man. She's a funny dog. She's more prominent on my brother's channel because, he focused or he showcased her a lot, made some a little lore about, Cookie being this all-powerful creature, and she is, but she's also the sweetest dog in the world. She loves getting hugs, she loves getting kisses, and I love Cookie to death. So of course, my brother Prod, he has been the perfect brother. We've never had an argument. We've never really fought. There was occasions where we would, get into it a little bit. That was more so, back when we were like younger. It's just how it goes when you're younger. But as we've grown up and matured, I don't remember any fights that we've ever had. And he's been, all I could ask for a brother. And I'm so proud of everything that he's doing now. Back in the day, I tried to set a good example for him as far as keeping a straight line, not getting into trouble, not doing any drugs, not, going into any of that crazy stuff. To set a good example for him, I think I did pretty good because he's pretty straight edge now. But nowadays, he's setting the example for me with his work ethic and everything that he's accomplishing at this moment with his channel. So I love you, brother. For a lot of people who might not know, he's Prod, the Dark Souls YouTuber. A lot of people are not going to know this, finding out for the first time. But I'm really proud of everything you're doing. Keep it up. And I know you're going to reach this milestone very soon as well. So next up here, the most important person in my life, my beautiful mother. My mom is an incredible woman. She raises pretty much by herself since my brother was small. I'm 5 years older than my brother. So she pretty much raised us growing up all alone, working night and day, working 2 jobs. Sometimes I wouldn't even see my mom until she came home at like 11 p.m. because she was working in the supermarket. She used to be a cashier late at night, and it would get a little bit crazy. There's some stories that I've told you guys about stuff that's happened before to her, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. But my mom is the strongest woman in the world. She was working with what she got. We were living off food stamps. We had no money, but somehow she would find a way to pay rent. Somehow she would find a way to put food on the table for us to eat. And, I could remember sometimes she would come home during her breaks, her lunch break. She wouldn't even eat at work. She would get her lunch break like at 7 p.m. or something. She would come home and make food for us. And then she wouldn't even eat. She would just go back. I remember one time, we were struggling to even pay rent. We were late. She had to pawn some stuff to get money for the rent. And I remember I'm like, it's okay. No Christmas presents this year, right? And then Christmas morning came. And under the tree, there was a whole bunch of gifts. And I don't know how she did it, but she always put us first, and she always sacrificed so much to make us happy. For us, it didn't even feel like we were poor, honestly, because my mom was just, that attentive and caring for us that much. So what I wanted to do now is I want to speak directly to my mom. Esto es para usted, mi mamá linda. Lo único que te quiero decir es que te queremos mucho Y esta celebración de 1000 suscriptores, o un millón de suscriptores, no fuera posible sin usted. Todo lo que sacrificó por nosotros, y nunca te podemos empezar a repagar todo lo que sufriste tratando de lidiar con 2 niños chiquitos, especialmente cuando no queríamos ir a la escuela. Pero lo único que te quiero decir es, todo esto es por usted. Todo lo que yo agarro, todo lo que mi hermano agarra, es por usted, por todo el sacrificio que sufrió por nosotros. Y solo quiero decir que tenemos tanto gratitud por todo lo que hiciste por nosotros. Y no podemos reparar lo que nos dices, pero tan siquiera podemos tratar de ahora en adelante. Y te quiero mucho, te amo. Gracias por todo. Mwah. I want to give a shout out to my friends who always supported me, you know, not only growing up, you know, doing our dumb stuff, but also when I was like doing YouTube at the start, they would always ask me how I'm doing, how things are going. They would watch my videos, they would share my videos, they would like my videos. So shout out to Chris, shout out to Brandon, shout out to Julio, shout out to Jason, childhood friends, shout out to Kevin, shout out to Carlos. You know, I have a really, really close group of friends. Now, all the sentimental stuff is out the way. That was going to be the hardest part of the video, honestly. I want to quickly just give a few thanks to some people who helped me out directly and indirectly on YouTube in one way or another. Starting off with somebody who actually had no idea they were going to launch my channel, but somehow did, because I got into a random match of Black Ops 1 with a sniper, a YouTube presence at the time, named Steve Schmidt. He was one of the bigger sniping channels back in 2011, 2010, had 10,000 subscribers. Back in the day, that was insane. That was insane back in the day. It's still insane now, to be honest, but back in the day, it was like top 10% or top 20%, especially in the Call of Duty scene for sure. So I got into a random match with him one day. I had uploaded my Inception montage maybe a couple weeks before. I was really happy about that because I think it turned out really well. And we were going head to head. So it was a nice head to head battle. And at the end, you know, I just sent him a message saying, hey man, I saw your montage that you uploaded on your channel. It was really good. And you know, that was it. So 5 minutes later, I got a party invite from him on Xbox 360. And we ended up playing for about an hour maybe, you know, just talking back and forth about YouTube. I was actually asking him a lot of questions about his channel because I wanted to learn from him because he, you know, obviously was very successful. Of course, I told him about my montage, but I didn't really pry too much. And like 2 days later, I noticed that my subscriber count went from like 200 to like 600. And I gotta tell you guys, the like euphoric feeling that I felt when I saw all the comments that I would get, that I got on the montage, and the number go from 200 to like 600 was insane. Insane. I'll never forget that feeling. Never forget that feeling. And that pretty much launched my channel. So Steve Schmidt, wherever you are, I know you're never gonna watch this, but I just want you to know that you changed a young man's life just because you were a nice person and you wanted to, you know, just play games with this one guy who was pretty good at sniping. So thank you so much. Snipinator was a person that helped me out more than he probably knows, because he was just that kind of person where he would always hold these challenges and he would always feature other snipers, other content creators on his channel. So it was no big deal to him. Obviously, he knew he was helping out. But the fact that he highlighted my channel so much in challenges, he let me upload a commentary to his channel. He uploaded the promo to Inception 2.0, which was a Black Ops 1 montage that I did back in the day. That was insane. He had 50,000 subscribers. No channel like that would upload somebody's promo with like, I think 1,000 subs I had at the time. That was crazy. Like, he didn't do that for anybody else, but he did it for me because, you know, I guess he liked my clips. You know, he liked the montage. And he also invited me to join his team, Third Eye Snipers. And I appreciate that because, you know, it helped me meet other people, meet other snipers. So Snipinator, I know you came back when Mortal Kombat X came out. Hopefully you come back again. I would love to, you know, have a few matches with you because I know he likes Mortal Kombat because I saw some of his clips, some of his videos when he came back. So Snipinator, thank you so much for all your help. It meant the world to me. Of course, keeping with the Call of Duty scene, I just want to give a shout out to Darth Empire. That was a Call of Duty team that I was a part of for like 5 years. My name is still Darth Super or like Darth L Super because I was just too lazy to change it, and I'm like, you know, represent Darth for a little bit longer, why not? And then I just kept it. So Darth Aimbot, shout out to him. But now moving on to the fighting game scene, and there's always been, I was about to say three people, three people whose names will always stick with me, and three people who I'll always look up to as inspirations. Two of them come in a pair. Gootex, Mike Ross, with the best show in the history of fighting games, The Excellent Adventures of Gootex and Mike Ross. I literally still watch all their episodes to this day. I just put them on repeat because I just like their content. You guys know you have a show on Netflix or something where you just put it on repeat and you just leave it there. For some people, it might be The Office or something like that. For me, it's The Excellent Adventures of Gootex and Mike Ross because I just, like I said, I find them so entertaining. And, you know, I knew about them since like 2008 with Cross Counter TV. And, you know, I always was a fan of theirs for a long time. I just never got into Street Fighter 4 that much. But I always knew about Gootex and Mike Ross, especially Mike Ross, because I feel like Mike Ross is the most entertaining person to ever come out of the fighting game community. There was just something about his energy that he would put out there, his excitement, his hype, his, you know, taking like his personality over the top. And I think that's where I kind of learned my style from. He never said that indirectly, that he would just take his personality over the top. But, you know, how I do my videos is, this is how I am normally. I just, when I record, I take that shit up a couple notches. Because I'm not going to be talking smack all the time in real life, you know, unless I'm playing with friends, then they're getting all that. But during videos, you know, of course I get angry, but taking it up 3 notches, getting really, really, really angry and, you know, talking shit to my opponent, that's what people want to see. That's how you entertain people. Just taking your personality, don't be fake, just take your personality and take it up a couple notches. And I think that's what Mike Ross would do, and that's why I sort of gravitated my style to, you know, take some of his style, because I find him to be the most entertaining person like ever in the fighting game community. So shout out to Gootex, shout out to Mike Ross. Now to probably the most influential person on YouTube for me, because I remember I was searching up a Mike Ross video. I was like, let me search up Mike Ross, see what other videos he has out here. And then I stumbled across a series that he made with this guy called Maximilian. And the title of the video was Max and Mike Ross versus the World. It was a series of like 5 videos. Playing my favorite fighting game of all time, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And I clicked on the video. I watched it. I watched all 5 of them. And then, like, at the bottom, you know, I really like Max's style. I really like his how hype he got when he was playing the game and how funny it was, especially in combination with Mike. So I'm like, you know, let me check out his stream, because he always has a stream link in the description. I just wanted to check it out to see, you know, if he was streaming or whatever. Or maybe an annotation came up saying that I'm live or something like that. I don't remember. But I went to a stream, and this specific night, they were playing the Mortal Kombat, like, 300 tower. Like, the top tower, I think it's called, Tower 300. And this stream pretty much is the reason why I started uploading Mortal Kombat videos, because these guys, Max and his friends from Yo Video Games, They sat there and tried to beat this tower for like 12 hours. It was insane. And I stayed up for every single final hour because I didn't catch the stream from the beginning. I caught it maybe around 11 p.m. around midnight, something like that. And I remember by the time that this stream was done, the sun was coming up. There was light outside, you know? And the way I felt watching these guys have a lot of fun playing Mortal Kombat, playing this fighting game, really inspired me to take Mortal Kombat X seriously. Because I was already thinking about playing it, but I wasn't thinking really about uploading it. But when I saw that and how exciting it was, and how, you know, I just felt like I was just, you know, hanging out with the boys, and just the fun they were having, you know, playing this fighting game. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give Mortal Kombat X a try. I'm actually gonna practice. I'm gonna upload some videos. I'm not gonna give up after the first couple of times that I upload. And I stuck to it. So just want to say huge thanks to Maximilian, because you know, because of his just genuine personality and how much fun he has with fighting games, it rubs off on people who watch his content. And it rubbed off on me that night when I watched the Tower 300, and it made me want to upload fighting games, and it made me want to stick to it, which is the reason why I stuck to MKX. So thank you, Max, so much. So now moving on to one of the most important shout outs of them all. Maybe the most important one. Ed Boon. Ed Boon and NetherRealm Studios. If it wasn't for them making the absolutely magnificent, gorgeous, beautiful, spectacular, exciting, fun, addictive video game named Mortal Kombat X, this dude would not be here today. I could guarantee you that. Because Mortal Kombat X captured my soul. That shit, it handcuffed me and just kept me in one place, which was in front of my Xbox One, just practicing, falling in love with these characters. Not only that, but I would not miss a tournament, even local tournaments. The first like 8 months of the game, I would not miss a single tournament. I would just go on Twitch and I was like, okay, who's having a tournament this time? Mortal Kombat X was just a special game for me. I don't know if there will ever be another game that comes around like that, but I'm happy that Mortal Kombat X was created, because if it wasn't for that game, I wouldn't be here today. And I still play the game, and it's still my favorite Mortal Kombat game of all time. You know, it's right there. It's like 1A, 1B with Marvel vs. Capcom 2 as my favorite fighting game of all time. So Mortal Kombat X, shout out to Ed Boon, because he's always sharing my clips on Twitter. I have to admit, I always have like a fanboy reaction to whenever he shares one of my clips, because it's Ed Boon. It's the legend, you know, the creator of Mortal Kombat, or co-creator, you know. So thank you so much, Ed, for showing the support. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing else for me to say. I've given all my thanks. The music's playing in the background. People are booing me off the stage. They want me to get off, give somebody else a turn. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for 1 million subscribers. We did it. We fucking did it. I'll see you guys next time.